Hi, welcome to another video of Impaired Solutions. This is Jai.
This is Matt. And today we are going to focus on the topic of individual impairment and how we approach this in our solution, IFRS 9.NXT. Are you ready?
So, what is individual impairment?
IFRS 9 requires financial institutions to assess contracts into three different categories, depending on the risk they present to the company. First, performing contracts go into stage 1, underperforming contracts go into stage 2, and non-performing contracts are assessed as stage 3.
For the majority of the contracts, expected credit losses are calculated on a collective basis, meaning contracts are grouped into segments based on similar risk characteristics. Contracts in stage 2 and stage 3, however, can also be assessed individually. This usually happens for the very large exposures. So what are the challenges when applying individual impairment? When applying individual impairment, one has to estimate potential recoveries per contract under different scenarios. While recoveries can consist of cash or sales of the underlying collateral, this remains a labor-intensive exercise. Another challenge: to make good recovery estimates, accounting and risk departments in a financial institution ask the respective account and relationship managers to provide these estimates. But this then requires detailed audit trail and a properly organized workflow. A lot of organizations rely purely on Excel to tackle individual impairment, and some organizations don't even apply it because of these challenges.
Let us show how we will do individual impairment in our solution.
At Impaired, we have designed a specific user interface to manage the individual impairment recovery process called the Recovery Manager. The overview shows our recoveries I'm part of as a user and the status of each. You can see some recoveries are active, meaning they are used in the calculation of expected credit loss. Other recoveries are cancelled, rejected, in approval, or generally in progress. Under My Actions, users can see which contracts are assigned to them and which contracts they are part of the workflow process. For instance, a level 2 approver. Once the user starts the recovery process, he or she can go to the recovery analysis page, where we see a high-level overview of the exposure at default, the probability of default, and the loss given default of each contract. The loss given default will change with each recovery we upload.
Let's go straight to the upload of recoveries. Here we see three different scenarios being set up: baseline, good, and bad. Each scenario can be either absolute, meaning we have to upload specific recovery expectations for the scenario, or relative, where we make this scenario relative to an existing set of recoveries. Let's make a baseline absolute scenario with a weight of 50%. Then we can download the recovery template, fill in the recovery estimates, and upload those. You will notice an on-the-fly calculation discounting these recoveries using the applicable discount rate for this contract. We can also add specific comments related to the scenario and the estimates. Next, we are going to configure the upside scenario. We will make it relative to our created baseline scenario, and we estimate the recoveries to be 25% higher than the baseline. As a weight for this scenario, we apply 30%. As you notice, we didn't need to upload any specific recoveries for this scenario. These are system generated based on the baseline scenario. Also here, comments for this specific scenario can be added. Finally, let's configure the downturn scenario. We also make it relative to our created baseline scenario, and we estimate the recoveries to be 50% lower than the baseline. As a weight for this scenario, we apply 20%. On the fly, the recoveries and discounted cash flows are calculated. When going back to the summary screen, we can see the three scenarios and the expected credit loss for this contract. In case we want to review this, we go back to the recovery screen, clear the recovery estimates,
and upload a new set. On the fly, you notice that everything is recalculated. This makes it very easy for relationship managers and account managers to play around with recovery estimates. Auditors and regulators will require institutions to justify the projected recoveries. Under Notes, an organization can create a template and require users to answer a number of questions which help in explaining the estimates. Under Collateral, information about the underlying collateral of a certain contract can be uploaded. Once all this information is provided, a user can submit this contract for approval.
Depending on the approval policy, a number of people have to approve the recoveries and notes before this can be used in the expected credit loss calculation. We can track the progress under the activity timeline. When an approver signs in, he or she can review the estimated recoveries and download them. Go through the notes. See the estimated expected credit loss impact, and then choose to approve or reject. Once the final approval step has been reached, the recoveries are active. This means they will be used in the expected credit loss calculation until the predefined expiry date.
Our IFRS 9 engine calculates both the individual and collective expected credit loss. This provides users with a clear overview on the impact. The audit trail is complete with the final weighted average recoveries for this contract.
We turn the situation of a massive amount of spreadsheets lying around into a controlled process. We leave the workflow driven with full transparency on where we are in the process.
The account manager can save time as the data you have to input is limited to the baseline scenario, and he can see the real-time expected credit loss number.
Thank you for watching. For more information, please visit our website. Cheers!